Hey guys, good evening. I'm gonna let y'all start getting the notifications. I know I came on a whim tonight. I came on a whim. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm just waiting for everybody to start coming in. Hold on, y'all. Hey Black Barbie. Hey Albany. Yeah, I know it's late. I get late. I've been doing some more stuff. I hello user JY. How y'all doing tonight? Hey, Miss Shan. Thank you. Woo woo. Yeah, I have worked hard. I have. I worked hard this summer. So for the fall, I'm taking my last two classes. I was just on the phone planning another vacation for the fall. I'll take one before the fall, and then I'm planning another one for the fall. So um, I was thinking about some of the other investigators was they sent out an email talking about a training conference, and I was thinking about it just up in the further parts of Tennessee, um, and I was thinking about it. It's around the November time, so I was like, at first I was like no, and I was like it'll be cool to go with the other investigators and get away because I'm normally trying to jump on all trips and training, but um school has really had me preoccupied. But I'm planning a personal trip in the fall, so just to get away, and I still may go to the training. I still may do it. Training for 3 days. I think it'll be cool. Anyways, y'all, what's been going on in the YouTube streets? I was getting ready to do a show tonight on Yo Gotti, the Yo Gotti situation with the hair barber, and Mr. N is gonna come back on. I'm gonna let him talk. Well, if he wants to talk about it, but it's something because you never know who knows. Y'all know I dropped that video last night, right? After I drop that video, my phone start going off. I get a message from somebody giving me the deep deets on. I don't know who it was. You never know who it is. Like y'all know, I got the number that I put up there. People be calling that number. I know they say I never answer, but they be sending email, text messages and stuff. A lot of times I don't get them, but my phone went off. Like I was up, and I still had the app open last night because as soon as the video went off, the person sent me that message giving me details on more details because Mr. N had already told me about that. Mr. N contacted me last about a month ago. As a matter of fact, because y'all know I like receipts. I really don't be thinking about no receipts. Where my phone at? Because I ain't say it unless I know. And if I don't know, I'll say, I heard or allegedly. Okay. But if I know it to be true, you're not gonna hear me say allegedly. Because I mean, I know it to be true. But Mr. N cool. He cool people. And Mr. N is hilarious. So Mr. N reached out to me last month. He was like, "Girl, guess what? Mr. N be tripping. He be tripping me out." And he was like, when he started, I didn't know the barber's name, and he started talking. He was like, "The barber," and I was like, "Well, how long have they been friends?" He was like, "They've been friends for a long time, and he done stole the money." So they've been knowing before Keon said anything. I guess I don't know why they gave Keon a command to put it out or say something yesterday, because they're not gonna say anything on their blogs about it. Yo, God is definitely not. He have to get the weak links, the damn fools. He get them to do his work for him. Okay. I was looking at Yo Gotti on a video, even though he was up there with Jeezy, and I would have been so proud of him. Okay, but I don't respect Yo Gotti and them for what they did to Young Dolph. I don't respect it, um, and I will never respect it. And um, I think I've been saying that from the very beginning, and so Um, I don't think Yo Gotti got an issue with me not respecting it. I don't think he does. Um, I don't think sane people got an issue with me not respecting it. I think it's insane people that has issues with me not respecting what he did to Young Dolph, because I don't think Yo Gotti is insane. I think he's very sane. The damn fools that lick up in his ass is the ones that's insane. Okay. But his eyes and stuff be looking sad. So I was looking at that. He was on stage with Jeezy, and we got to send a shout out to Drama Boy. That's who I was trying to think of the other night, because I think there's a lot of people said Drama Boy is really responsible for a lot of Jeezy's beats and stuff like that. Y'all know Drama Boy is from Memphis, okay? Y'all know I like to give the Memphians their prop, because I don't think that people give the Memphis sound the props that they should. It's a lot of talent in Memphis. The only issue is that there's a spirit of jealousy that lingers, and a spirit of insanity where people are just batshit crazy around the city, right? Um, and it's coupled with jealousy, that lunatic spirit. That's what it is. That lunatic spirit coupled with jealousy has the city real crazy. Okay. And it's so unfortunate, because anybody can, if you're willing to put in the work, it just, anything that's worth having, you got to work for. You don't have to. It just don't come easy. And I think that spirit, it's a lot of talent in the city. And so I look at Yo Gotti. I would have been, hey Pumpkin. I would have been proud of Yo Gotti being up there with Jeezy. He had on his best wig. Okay, he had on his toupee. He had a toupee on his head. He had a toupee on his face. Okay, that beard. So he had on his best wigs on his face and head. And he would, I mean, I would have been proud, like, yes, Yo Gotti up there with Jeezy. He probably paid him, because I'm sure Jeezy making money all the way around. People like Yo Gotti, might pay to get the average, because Jeezy is a business, right? So I know I would do it. Hey, bro, anybody, you want to come up here? Because he got Jeezy has the residency. Hey, be 20, 50K, 100K. 100K, you can come up here, and it's a business. Okay. And so that's probably how it works. And so he paid his 100K and put on his best wigs on his face and head, and he went. And I would have been cheering for him. He had on a nice expensive suit. You could tell the suit was expensive. Okay, I'm not hating on it. That was an expensive suit. I liked it. Okay, but like I said, because I don't respect what he did as it relates to Young Dolph, I do not. Okay. I I can't salute him. I can't salute that. I can never. I think I told y'all I don't straddle the fence on nothing. You when you go taking a person's life, that's the very ultimate, and I can't respect you at all, because you're not God. So how do you feel like you just take a man's life and think you're supposed to live happily ever after and ride off into the sunset? Okay. That's not how it works. But of course, I'm a sane person. I don't have mental illnesses. Okay. I don't have no mental. I might be a little bipolar sometimes. I might say that, because I think when this summer, when I was taking all them classes, and I passed every one of them with an A. Okay, it might have one, a couple of them was an A minus, but it was an A. And yeah, so I might have been a little bipolar then. Okay, and I think if you think about it, everybody probably is that. They have a medical term for everything now. Everybody has always had mood swings. I wouldn't say bipolar. I mean, everybody is moody. There are days I just don't, I'm not up to it. Like, I'm up to it, but some days I can tolerate more than others days. And I think that everybody is like that. Okay. On no day do I tolerate no bullshit though. I ain't gonna never have a tolerance for that. Okay. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I asked Mr. N when I talked to him yesterday that he's gonna come on real soon. Somebody came into my chat this morning. They was up early trolling. Okay. Somebody came into my chat, and it just so happened I was still on. It was early because I had not I had not even I don't even think I had got on my praying line at 7 a.m. That's to let you know how the devil get up with that lunatic spirit lurking. Probably don't go to sleep. That's a lunatic spirit when you get up early in the morning messing with people. Okay, that ain't did nothing to you. Okay, that's a lunatic spirit. You don't like what I post. Okay, but you bring your snagger too fast over here, and you feel the need to tell me you don't like it. That's a lunatic spirit. Okay, um, if I don't like something, I ain't gonna look at it. I'm not gonna be tempted to look at it. It's people. Sometimes people ask me, "Did you see such and such?" They throwing shots at you. I don't look at them. I ain't got the stomach to look at some of these folks. I don't look at them. They don't come into my algorithm because I don't look at them. If I know something, somebody has sent me something, and it still don't really phase me. The only thing that kind of bothers me is when a lunatic spirit is consistently projected at me. I think that's a cause for police reports. Okay, that's what I think. I think stuff like that should be documented in case you have to lay them down, because it's not a healthy thing for obsession. Is not healthy. Stalking as usual. That's what it is. They woke up early. That lunatic spirit was blazing early this morning. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I deleted it. I cussed them out, of course, and I had to ask God to forgive me. Um, you don't know them folks. You don't know nothing about them peoples. Can't even talk, spell, nothing else. You don't know nothing about them peoples. I said, how you act like you know them peoples. I said, ain't nothing you said is true. I said, how you know whether it's true or not? Snag a tooth. I just believe whoever it was ain't got no teeth. Okay. And so they said a couple more stuff. I said, okay. They started putting laughing emojis. I said, okay, so they want my energy. They glad that I responded. They want my energy. Sometimes you have to be careful. These folks be so obsessed and they have such lunatic spirits on them. All they want for you to do is respond. They be wanting your energy. They want your attention. That obsession is just that heavy. And so when I saw that, I blocked them. I was like, okay, go and crawl back up under your rock. Go and crawl back in the sewer that you came out of. Okay. They be coming on here and sometimes if you when they come in here meddling and um they be on Facebook making pages and some of them crazy enough to that it be their real accounts. And you get to looking at their pages like, dog, you why you want to take the time to be meddling with me? You ought to be trying to take the time to twist that wig around on your head, right? The wig and stuff. I mean, sometimes when you look at these folks' heads and stuff, them the wigs and stuff be twisted and warped on one side. So you don't even get into arguments with nobody like that. But it's definitely a mental illness because I'm gonna twist my wig right before I argue with somebody. If I had that lunatic spirit on me, I think God would give me the mind to twist my wigs right. Okay, some these old women are crazy too. Okay, you know, they easily sent out. They be easily sent out. The little breath they got, they ought to be trying to praise God with it. But they want to take it and try and harass me. Okay, they go away for a while, and when they get some more breath, they come. That's how you know it's a lunatic spirit. They come back meddling. But ain't nothing ever changed. It's gonna always be the same. I'm not wishy washy. I don't have what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not. I don't really stand in fear of nobody but God. So it just ain't nothing gonna change. So stop looking at my channel. Stop looking at my channel because if you are sick and twisted, if you really don't like me, I don't look at people that I don't like. That's what I can't understand that, but that's a lunatic spirit. You're not supposed to be watching folks that you don't like. Why are you gonna run your butt over here to get mad? Anyways, other than that, um, I want us to leave the discussion open for. I said I'll let the audience, I'll let you all decide on what we want to talk about. As y'all can see, we'll be on for about an hour. As y'all can see, I'm still trying to recuperate. Like all of them classes and all of this testing that I've been doing. And then another thing too, I went out of town. Was it last week? I was out of town. Not this past week, but the week before that, I was out of town in a totally different climate. The weather was really nice. I was up north. The weather was really nice. And at night it would get cool. It was just I really enjoyed the weather. Um, and then we came when we got back into Memphis. It was it was doubly hot. So I think that too, it messed with my sinuses and all of that. I'm getting ready to jump on another flight and go to another climate, but that's gonna be totally different than Memphis. My sister's birthday is coming up too. Unjustice judges, these dumbass police. What happened to the police? What police do? What what they done did now? These police lazy. These police are lazy. They're lazy. They don't. Um, a lot of them don't know the law. Okay, but what you're taught in the academy is very limited. They're just supposed to in the academy you really taught laws where you can enforce the law, because police officers are law enforcers. They're not lawmakers, they're not lawyers or anything like that. They are law enforcement. They ain't even enforcing that. There's something going on. They're gonna have to take the pay up and take the criteria back up, and everybody passing the psychological exam. So a bunch of damn fools is there targeting me and think I don't know the truth about them. Better keep investigating. What happened? Tell us what happened, Inspired. Tell us what's going on. I'm interested in knowing if you don't mind. But I'll say um in another couple of days, I haven't really, what, with the Mo3 situation, I kind of look at the people in Dallas as it relates to that. I think it's okay though to talk about it, but I haven't really been watching. So I like to watch the raw material, like in the courtroom and all of that. I like to watch that, and then we at least have myself kind of versed on that, and then we could have something we could talk about it. I've been looking at Finesse 2 Tymes. Finesse 2 Tymes always in the media though. He is always in the media. We might talk about him one day this week. But Finesse put out a hard song. I can't even his rebuttal as it relates to Moneybag Yo's song. I think Finesse's song is harder than Moneybags, and that is in my opinion. I think the song that he put out as a rebuttal was so. It has Moneybag said anything else? It seemed like to me. It said the Mo3, the Mo3 sector. Somebody sent me a video, probably um maybe it was like a week or so ago. Auntie Fee, okay. Auntie Fee was going in on somebody, and I was like, "Shoot, folks be talking about I be cussing when I get mad." Okay, I think Auntie Fee got me beat. I think Auntie Fee got me beat. She was going in. She was going in. Hey, Ebony, they was going. She was going in so bad. The dude on the over the channel had to put it on private, I believe. But hey, listen, if somebody hit you, you can't tell them how hard to hit back. Okay, so I guess somebody did something to it. And the first thing people say, especially a lot of these folks on YouTube, they quick to try to call somebody old. Like you, they better wish with the type of lives that they live. They better pray to get old. And I think it's so sad. I'm just talking in general now, like how some of these younger people, how how bad they look. Like I see dudes and girls in their 20s and their early 20s and stuff, their lips are black from smoking so much. They look like they ain't drinking enough water. Their skin is dry and dehydrated. They look real wrinkled up and old. They smoking all the time. They just do themselves so freaking bad. And then folks in their 40s and 50s and stuff, they be wanting to talk about them, child. I guess they be mad because that skin, we be using that good skincare stuff. Okay. We using that good skincare stuff, keep that skin popping and glowing. Them good lip glosses and all of that, because I'm a skincare fanatic. Okay. And I guess because their skin be dried out from drinking all them sodas and whatever else they be doing. So um these people, they better start taking care of themselves. Um, I remember I used to when I was younger, I used to want to wear foundation. And I have to say, my girls are so natural. They're so natural. Like I tried to get them to be real girly girls like me. My daughters do not put on makeup. They may put on lip glosses, but they are not makeup girls. And they are so freaking beautiful, totally natural. And there's my mother though. I used to want to put on foundation when I was younger. My mom was like, your skin is fresh. Like you're young. You don't I'm not letting you put out you're not putting all those I couldn't I wanted to wear lipstick and stuff so bad. Like I used to my grandmother used to have this lipstick. It was a darker, like I don't know, it was just I loved it. And I used to want to put on my grandmother loved makeup and stuff. She was a girly girl, but she was something else. I used to want to play in her makeup and stuff all the time. How about when I got jumped by some gang members and they lost? I was a minor, so my mama pressed charges. When we go to court, judge go off and take up for the gang members. Now the same gang members won. Oh wow, that's messed up. That's really messed up. I hate that. I believe it's election season where these judges are running for their seats again. I think that some of the judges are running for their seats again. Targeting me, they paying families to put false charges on me. Oh wow. I, I always say if they're not doing you right, just keep fighting. Don't get weary and doing good. Don't get weary. Yep, just don't get weary. The tides always change. I always say that the tides always change. I'm telling you, like God is so good. And I could get on here and talk about the goodness of God. Just just the goodness of God in less than 30 days. And things like nothing is definite. I want to encourage some of y'all tonight. I don't really care what it looks like today. It can change tomorrow. And I've really been pushing this. I've been praying this, and I've really been meditating and stuff. I think as you get older, it's good to meditate. I think like isolation, isolation is uh, it. You have to isolate yourself. I don't think I could have gone back to school to finish out my degree if I had not isolated myself. Sometimes we want to be around family and we want to be around friends, and people don't know what friends are. I think a lot of people, even in their older age, still don't really know what friends are. Like friends come with positive energy. They encourage you. They inspire you. I see some women, because see, women are very territorial by nature. Women are very territorial by nature. Okay. And so I see some women, because they've been friends with women for a long time, that's all they know. That the other person ain't been more no friend. Okay. But you can have a friend to go to school, okay, and you might inspire um somebody else to do it, okay. People watch you more than you ever know. But some women are so territorial and they got such jealous spirits, okay. Instead of them taking it as, oh wow, I'm happy to inspire another woman, she just doing it because I'm doing it. If you got people like that around you, she just went and got a new car 'cause I did. That's too low vibrational. Don't be around people like that. Go ahead, kick them on that about your life. Once you start doing that, God will start replacing those relationships with meaningful relationships. Okay. I like inspirational people. I like people that I know is truly for me, because I'm loyal. I am. I'm very loyal. And I'm gonna tell you something. Like my friends and stuff, they already know that their secrets and stuff are safe with me, because I forget them as soon as they tell me. A lot of times I don't be remembering. And even now, like when people call themselves turn on me, like I be it, they might not, because I don't like people that have mad day, and I be trying to stay away from it. Okay, but I've had people that have constantly messed with me and messed with me and messed with me and messed with me until I started throwing bombs at them. And even still, because of the type of person I am, I still got a lot of bombs that I ain't dropped, because that's the type of person I am. Like, dog, I know if I drop this bomb, that'll end that person. I know they'll leave me alone because they'll be caught up, they'll be in hiding. But I ain't got that type of spirit, because I be constantly trying to build something. I try to keep things positive, and in order to be building and accomplishing my goals and stuff, I can't be tied up in there. When you see people meddling and shit all the time, if you got people that's always meddling, that's somebody that's miserable, ain't got no fucking life. That's somebody that ain't got no life. They real low vibrational. Because if you really got something going for yourself, you ain't really got time to be meddling with other people. And you got people that do it. I never thought I would live to see the day to see old meddling ass men act like a bunch of bitches. Excuse my French, Holy Spirit, please activate. But I didn't. I never thought I would live to see it. So and that's the reason why I like men that don't get involved in a bunch of stuff. Okay, they ain't no real gossipers. They might try to encourage you. They might come with some wisdom, but they don't gossip. They don't gossip, and they don't try to keep nothing going either. Okay, they the ones that be acting like a bunch of little girls. They go get a bunch of hating broads that ain't happy with themselves. Okay, to try to send them out, and they go for it because they like, number one, they like mess. Number two, they don't like themselves. So that's why I say get around people that have different type of energies. I don't. Um, sometimes people be wanting a different life, but they got the same old messy folks around them. Like you got people around you that ain't doing nothing. They ain't going nowhere. They messy. They carry heaviness. Spirits transfer. I've been saying this forever. There is a such thing as transference of the spirit, and it can come through the ear gate, the eye gate. Okay, any kind of way. Spirits be looking for something to reside in, and that's why you have to be very meticulous about what you let people say to you. I said this so many times. Like sometimes, like people, you could be like a you could be there for people, and that you I'm gonna say this, like some of the people that I met on here, like Diane, like Black Barbie, like Katrina, like a lot of you all, Joy Loves God. Um, like some of you all, right? There have been times like regardless of if I met you or not, you can feel people's spirits, right? There have been times like I can call because, and I don't like to discuss a whole lot of stuff, but it makes me feel good like when I'm able to like discuss some things that might bother me with people, right? I ain't never heard it back on here, okay? But you have to be very meticulous about when you have people in your life and they'll call you and dump all of their troubles on you. Okay, they treat you like you the damn garbage can. They'll dump all of their troubles on you. And as a friend, I would say, it's good to be there for your friends, but it's supposed to be reciprocated. But when you are going through, I used to have a friend like that. I cut that helper off a long time ago, years ago. I cut her off. She would call and she would be going through and blah blah blah. We would work together. And she would be moving a mile a minute and all of that. She would leave all that heaviness on me because like me, I'm the type, I'm like, dog, like she having almost like a mental breakdown. You be wanting to help your friends, right? And so she would leave, she would dump all of that shit on me, all of that heaviness. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of it came from her not knowing how to keep her mouth closed. So it kept her in the midst of stuff. And then when I would be going through and I would call her, girl, such and such, all for real. Oh, let me call you back. Folks will call you and dump all of their shit off on you and transfer them spirits on you like you a garbage can. And when you got something going on and some trouble in your life and you call them, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say. They so damn back, they so low down, they'll turn around and say, oh, I'm on a positive. They just dumped all of their negativity off on you the day before yesterday. You call with something. I'm just trying to stay positive. I don't want to hear nothing bad. They don't want to hear nothing you got to say. And then the next day or the next day, they'll call you with all of that damn heaviness and garbage that they carry in their life, trying and forget about what they just told you about staying positive because you ain't important enough to them to hear what they don't want to hear nothing you got to say. They want you to stay open to dump all of their garbage off on you. That's why you have to be very meticulous about who you allow in your ear gate. I don't have no issues with people calling me weird. I have a lot of peace. It gives me a lot of time to it gives me a lot of time to decide on what it is, what I'm gonna do. My mind and stuff be staying clear, okay, to pray for my kids, to pray for people in my chat, my family and all that, and even some of my family members. Okay. My daughter had been getting on my nerves so bad, my oldest daughter, and I love her so much, and she called herself get ready to move to Nashville. It did something to my spirit. I'm like, dog, she don't know nobody in Nashville. Why is she taking a baby and moving to a whole new city? Okay. And then I had to put it in the hands of the Lord. Okay. Well, she was saying she was gonna move to Nashville. It did something to me. My mom was like, that's a grown woman. She closer to 30. You cannot stop her. You can't live her life. She is not your little girl no more. You have to let grown people do what they're gonna do. I was getting on that praying line. Okay, the people that get on here every morning, I just gave it to God. I was like, Lord, just protect her and my grandbaby because I don't want my grandbaby going to no damn daycare in Nashville because I don't know nobody, no daycares in Nashville. I don't think they can keep kids real good. And like I told her, she better not put her in no daycare in no house. Okay, which they got Tom, Dick, and Harry walking up through there. So, anyways, she was like, Mama, you disturbing my peace. And I made up my mind. She had made up her mind. Okay, she had made up her mind. So I just started praying about it. I was like, Lord, I wasn't trying to pray to stop it or anything. I released it. I released it. So my mama said to me today, have you talked to your chap? She always say, you talk to your chap. I said, no, I haven't talked to her. Oh, okay. Well, she done got her an apartment in Memphis. She decided that she was not gonna transfer. She gonna stay right in Memphis. She got her an apartment in Memphis. I was like, oh, okay. She didn't call me and say anything because I let her have it. Okay. because she wanted to get smart with me because I'm trying to tell her to reason with her. You need to plan real good before you go to another city because you ain't going to take my grandbaby to another city and just be letting no anybody keep her because you ain't got no help. I let it go though. I released it. I was like, God, listen, she is a grown woman. She ain't my little girl no more. I put it in the hands of the Lord. Lord, just send your warring angels to protect them, protect my grandbaby, all of that good stuff. And then I released it. We was praying about it. We was praying for children and stuff every morning. And she quietly, I don't know what made her change her mind. It had to been the Holy Spirit of God. Okay, because she got all of her help here, right? Because I'll keep my grandbaby she get on my nerve, but she know that she could if there's evident an emergency or something like that, she can bring that baby to one of us. So sometimes you have to just let go, okay? We let them go, put them in the hands of the Lord, these kids, okay? Because I get to think, because my daughter was doing something to my nerves. My friend said this. I'm like, listen, I done been in. I remember the first apartment she got. She said, Mama, I got my apartment. Would you just stop by sometime? Oh, I hollered and cried. I said, yes, you know I am. When I got off the phone, I boo-hooed and cried. I hollered and cried. And so then she said, it's in Bartlett. I said, the apartment is in Bartlett. Okay. I don't know. It was just something about that. When she told me how much the rent was, I was just boo-hooing and crying. I couldn't think. Okay. So then I finally asked her later on, I said, give me the address to that apartment. Cause see, I'm her mama. This is what I can't understand. If I'm your mama, I've been working in the criminal justice system where all things gonna come by me one way or the other. I know the areas of where there's a lot of crime, what types of crimes that there are. It's out there. I know how to look at it, but it's gonna come through, right? She asked me for no type of advice, and that's the type of stuff that pissed me off. And so she'll sit up and say, well, a girl I work with said she had Leah did over there and she ain't had no problems, and that just makes me mad. Okay, she sitting up listening to what somebody else said. So anyways, I said, give me that address. This was the first apartment. She gave me the address. Yeah, I said, Lord have mercy. I started blaming myself. I was like, God, I tried to give those girls everything. I worked hard, and maybe I did some things wrong because I kept them sheltered because I didn't want them to have to go through nothing. I wanted to be the protector. So when she gave me the address, I called my mama. I started hollering and crying. I said, this girl, I kept this girl so sheltered. This girl thinking she living in Bartlett and she living in North Memphis. That hurt me so bad. I called, I said, Noodles, do you know that I said, Noodles, you living in the projects. Why would you get an apartment over there? I knew someone right when the rent was as cheap as it was. Okay. And shout out to the people in North Memphis. I ain't mean no harm, but it just hurt me because I was thinking, what kind of mama have I been where I got a child that thinks she living in Bartlett and she living in North Memphis? Black Barbara says, I was telling my friends to just pray for his daughters because they will need it. Because they are always trying to be smart with him. Then they need him. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm not dissing North Memphis. But look, my daddy grew up in North Memphis. She lived in the North Memphis area. If you go on down, if she had gone down a little bit more, she had gone down, her heart was in the right place. If she had gone down a little bit more, it would have turned into Bartlett, but she didn't go down far enough. Okay, she was almost at the Bartlett line. She was in straight up North Memphis. Okay. Child, she had that baby. She got pregnant. She had that baby over there. And I kept telling her, I said, Noodles, I don't want you over there. It's a girl, it's a big old girl. She called me on FaceTime one day. She's like, oh, little mama, she had just got her new car. She was so excited. One of the girls over there hit the, and she sound like a man. Yo, squat. She had me on FaceTime. They got out in the projects. Lord forget. Okay, in the apartments that they was living in. So the girl hit her. The girl hit her car one morning. I was on my work. Voice deep. I was on my way to work. Sound like a man. Then she got out. She said I said, put me on FaceTime. So the girl, she was a big old ugly thing. And then she looked at my daughter car. She said, "Ooh, you straight." Didn't say straight. You straight. I said, Noodles, you got to get away from over there because what's over there is different. And so, anyways, she still wouldn't move. She moved one day. They got the shooting, and the bullet came up through the. She was living upstairs. The bullet came up through the up in her apartment. Okay, I ain't have to say another word. She moved. She moved. Okay, and then she was living with she was living with the baby daddy was over there too. He lived there too. I got about sick of them. Listen, I ain't gonna even tell no lies. It's a lot of stuff that I kept her shelter from, but that girl's stout. She tall and stout. She got real strong hands and stuff. She called me over there one day, and I guess her and the baby daddy had got into it. See, she a pretty girl, okay? She a pretty girl like her mama, okay? And he said, "Yep, Tanga Sycamore Apartments," and she had. I ain't gonna even talk about it, but they hadn't been into it. I was trying to fit when I walked into the house. When I walked into the house, I said, "Why y'all got to be over here showing out?" He had left because she was on the phone. Said, He said he showed out real bad. I like him too, but he showed out real bad to me. I don't care about you calling your mom. I said, "It's okay. He better be gone when we get there." Because y'all know I had my peacemaker on me, and my sister had hers. Okay. So me and my sister went over there together. I walked in there, and y'all, I was like, listen, you've never in your life seen me arguing and fighting with no men because I wasn't gonna do it. She had to yank the TV off the wall. The TV was cracked in the floor. I said, Noodles, what is going? Why is this? What's going on? Mama, when I got my income tax, I bought that TV. He not gonna sit here and watch TV with no other woman. I said, oh my God, like I didn't raise this girl to be like this. Like I lived in the projects up until I was 12 years old. We did that shit back in the 80s. You wasn't even thought about why you over here being hood radish, fighting and going on. Um, I don't think he hit her. I really believe she was the aggressor. Okay, because he hadn't got caught cheating. I kind of believe she was the aggressor. Um, but anyways, they got back together, and then I kept telling her, "You need to leave." And when that bullet came up through that floor, she came back home and left him over there. And then he finally moved. So now she moving again. She was gonna go to Nashville. Now she done got her an apartment. I just don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. The rent $850 a month. So y'all can only imagine what that's at. That's the thing that really bothers me. You go and you get an apartment instead of saving your money. You could stay. You ain't got to go nowhere. Save your money and get you. I told my mama I listen. I'm glad she's staying in Memphis, but I can't be bothered with nothing like that. Listen. I'm living my own life. I didn't raise that girl to be the best I can, but you go get an apartment with $850 a month. You already know what it's at. I can't be worried about it though. I just can't be stressed out because it ain't even like she got to go nowhere. Now I got to worry about what my grandbaby get ready to be, which and her too. Like, what kind of what is this? Like, what kind of mess is this? And it's funny, I said $850. I just thought about something else, child, when somebody lied like I know they lied like I gave them $650, not 850. She want her privacy. Yeah, but I mean, she ought to want her privacy in a safe space. I don't think it's nothing. I mean, I don't mean no harm, but I mean, what can you get for $850 a month? What can you get for 850? What can you get for 850? That's decent. I'm around the Memphis area. I hope I'm not offending nobody. I mean, because people do what it is that they have to do, but that girl ain't got to go nowhere. Listen, them girls like being up under my mama because my mama let those girls have their way. He said a studio. Y'all, it's a two bedroom apartment. It's a two-bedroom. So you right, a studio. But if it's a two-bedroom apartment, it's got to be it's see, I probably don't need to talk because I get stressed out all over again because I can't imagine no I didn't even know that they had two-bedroom apartments for 850. I didn't even know they still had two-bedroom apartments for 850. Okay. It must be in a tent. It must be in a tent in South Memphis. That's all I know. He says 2,000 in my city, two beds. I'm telling you, it is that. It is that. And the thing about it is, I ain't gonna tell them I was getting ready to do it. I was getting ready to do it. Like I was looking at if it had been a condo, but I mean where I want to be at, a condo gonna run about 300 to 400,000. And that's just not gonna happen for no two-bedroom condo. I'm gonna have a whole big house. But I was getting ready to do it about a month or so ago, and I promise you, and I got to my mama talked me out of it. My mama was like, "Why would you pay 21, 22, $2,300 for something like that when you could pay that for a house?" And I was like, "Yeah, because I was paying that before for a house." He said, "Ain't shit going on. Tell me my phone bill due tomorrow." Oh, okay, well, you need to make sure you pay it so it don't get cut off. Random, no, no, no. You need to make sure you pay that phone bill because we don't want it to get turned off. You need to pay it tonight because normally you don't have to wait for a phone. You need to pay. If you got it, you pay it tonight. It's depending on where you want to stay though, Sam. You want to stay in the country. Um, hey Kevin, he says I told my bonehead son the same thing. Come on back home and stack some cheese instead of jumping out there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like it, they could stay at home, but see, here's the thing: they already do what they want to do, but see, I don't know. They be. I mean, what? Why would you want a house? And I don't think she'll do this, but like, you want to be able to invite. I want to be able to. I mean, you ain't even supposed to have different people at your house like that. Dealing with people shit being lonely can be a good thing. I'm telling you, alone don't mean that you're lonely. That is for sure. Alone does not mean that you are lonely. Alone don't mean that you're lonely. Cause I be enjoying like I do. I do. I have a lot of. I know sometimes like you have to think about like is it really, you have to think about some stuff as it relates to when you know I mean, because I'm talking to somebody now. I am talking to a person, and I guess we're gonna see where it goes. But it's a lot of stuff you have to take into consideration, even with that. When you wanted to like have share your time with people, because you don't ever know what folks are on. You don't never know, like, are they mentally stable? That's the type of stuff I'm scared of. Like, are they mentally stable? Like, it's so many cases now of these men and women, because women have gotten to be just as bad. People don't have no type of self control. Okay, people don't have no type of self control. They get mad. I'm killing you. I'm killing you. Like, it ain't no mental illness. People just ain't practicing self control. Y'all, hold on 1 second. Okay, y'all. I'm back. Did I see She Johnson coming here? I don't know if I spoke to her. Hey, She Johnson. I just thought about that because I was intending to say something to her and then got distracted by another comment. I'm gonna let my chicken cook a little bit more, but it's done. I had not eaten nothing all day. Y'all know why? Because all day I was saying I want to go home. At first, I was gonna grill me some salmon and yellow rice. And then my taste changed. I was like, I want some herbed baked chicken with candy yams, with baked candy yams, and that is what is in the oven right now. And I got this chicken seasoned to perfection. Oh, it is so freaking good. This is the first bite I've had other than coffee this morning. So they could stay with us temporarily, but he has to be working on. Mm-hmm. The good thing about it, my girls are real independent. They are real independent, but you know, she could be saving that money to get a house. Instead, she wasn't gonna pay $850 for the projects because that's got to be what it is. I told my mama said I ain't trying to give you another nervous breakdown, so I ain't gonna even tell you where it is because I don't need you. I said I'm not gonna say nothing, but no, just don't tell me what it is. Yeah, I'm eating kind of late. I shouldn't be eating this late, but I haven't eaten all day. When I came home, I got distracted doing something else. Also, you're a Japanese chef. Okay. He said these new generation kids don't want to leave. Mm-mm. No, they don't, because a lot of them don't want to pay bills. That's why she could stay until she can afford something more than 850. That's what I don't understand. Yep. But of course, I'm gonna always be here for her, though. But I mean, I just have to continuously pray. This new generation and the older Gen X mugs never leave home. The millennial, aka the kids that grew up in the crack era, got put out a lot of times. Yeah, yeah. I was looking at I used to look at this talk show host, and he was married to a lady that had sons. And oftentimes that happened. He was real low down to that woman though. And I think I and this happened quite a bit. Um um this happened quite a bit when you had men that was low down to women. As them boys got older, the first thing that they would do was try to make that lady put the boy out because they were scared of those boys. because they knew that that boy was, as he got older, he see some man mistreating his mama, he was gonna raise up and whoop his ass. And so a lot of times that is what happened. A lot of young men were forced, because I don't think 18, even for a man, I don't think that 18 is old enough. Not unless they don't want to abide by rules and stuff. But 18, there's no difference in 17 and 18. I really feel bad for, because you know men have always been taught that they are supposed to lead, that they're supposed to carry the world of weight of the world on their shoulders. A lot of men um have been, okay, and a real man wants to carry his own weight, okay. But I think pushing a boy out at 18 is not a good thing. um I don't, because I don't think he's mature enough. He's already stressed out. His mind is not fully developed. Um, his brain is still developing, and all it causes a lot of times is, they're gonna sink or swim. A lot of them that could have actually been successful, they end up sinking, um, because of the immaturity of just being pushed out too early on. I'm not saying keep a pacifier. I think it's good to just start training them, giving helping them to get skills, survival skills, and start teaching them. A lot of kids are pushed out there and they ain't been taught nothing. They haven't been taught anything. So, um, but now I'm gonna tell you something I don't like. I don't like men that when they get older, they sit up and be whiny all the time. They got excuses for being sorry. Don't have anything going for themselves. And they sitting up looking at a woman to figure it out for them. That makes me mad. I don't like sorry men. I just don't. And I think you're a poor excuse if you done got to be in your 40s and 50s and you still ain't got shit going for yourself. Kevin says, does anyone else see Tam's screen glitching? Yeah, is my screen glitching? Is my screen glitching? Oh, the rest of them are saying they don't see it. Yeah. So I was getting back to the inspirational part. If you want to change your life, change your atmosphere. Change your atmosphere. Like a lot of times, like it's good to have family members that will support you, but most of your support are going to come from strangers. Most of your support will come from strangers. I tell people when they have family members that are very supportive of them, you are very lucky. You are very lucky. Sometimes they can't, but you just have, most of your support will come from strangers. So don't get discouraged if you got something going on. And a lot of times people get caught up in, I tried to do such and such and my own family didn't help me. Well, I mean, first of all, that's a wrong attitude to have, because nobody owes you nothing. Just keep hustling, just keep doing your thing, and then somebody will notice. But oftentimes it just don't come from family members. Now once you start making it, you start building some traction, they'll try to jump on board, and it won't be to be supportive, it'll be just to try to take what you earning, drain you. So oftentimes, so just be very meticulous about that. I just think that now is the time for people to just start doing those things that they want to do. Like life, we're not getting, nobody is getting any younger. Forget about what people say about you and all of that. People that ain't, they can, a lot of them people that's talking, they can't even do good for themselves. They can't even do good for, they ain't even doing good for themselves. So how can they talk about you or anybody else? So I mean, it's best to let that shit go in one ear and not the other, and stay on your hustle. And you don't have to drown all of that out if you don't put yourself in those types of environments. Don't be in those environments. Isolation prepares you for elevation. I know that for a fact. Isolation prepares you for elevation. And once you can master being isolated and being by yourself and not listening to what people who are miserable say, oh, look, she ain't got nobody, she lonely, she this, she that. People don't know what you have going on in your life. Hell, you could be talking to 3, 4 people. They want you to rebuff so that you can blurt out something. I'm talking to somebody, they be wanting to know something about you. It's if you isolate yourself and you start elevating yourself, them people that like to stay on them, the first floor people, I call them the first floor people, the first floor mentality. Okay, they got a first floor mentality. The first floor people, you start to rise, take the elevator to the top. I mean, they stay on the first floor. You can't hear after you start ascending. The further you go up the elevator, you can't hear what they say anyways. You can't even hear nothing they say, because that's the reason why they reside on the first floor, because they got a first floor mentality. And I don't deal with people with first floor mentalities. Okay, I like to go to the top and being around people, and some people like to be the smartest. I was thinking about Finesse two times. Finesse two times got $4 million, right? And I like Finesse. I like him. I think he got a lot of character flaws, but I do, he's a talented rapper as far as I know, because I don't know him. He got a lot of character flaws, a lot of stuff he do ain't right. But I think with Finesse, when he had all of that money, he didn't have people. I don't think he had people around him, or wanted people around him that was smarter than him. He wanted people around him that was beneath him. And I think oftentimes that's the mistake that people make. They want people around them that are beneath them, okay, so that they can have somebody to look down on, have somebody that they have people that they can control, because oftentimes people let folks control them for some money. And so instead of getting people around him that had more than him, okay, that they weren't gonna put him on a pedestal, but they was gonna show him how to invest. I think that's the issue in our community. I got $2 million. Okay, you done somehow came up on $2 million. It ain't got nothing to do with your wits and your smarts a lot of times. Okay, and so what you do is you get a lot of hanger-ons, because it gives you a lot of gratification to see people doing any and everything for you for some money, and the money constantly draining. But you ain't got nobody around you that's showing you how to grow that money and make it work for you. Because if you spend out more money than you getting in, it ain't gonna be there no more. You're gonna drain it. And that's what people forget. Like, they kind of live in the moments, and they want people that are subpar and subservient to them around them. I love being around smart, intelligent women. I do. I don't get intimidated. I don't, none of that. I like being around them. Okay, because their thought process is different anyways. If you say something, well, I'm thinking about doing, I'm like, out of shape, bragging. No, they don't think like that. Okay, women that don't have first floor mentalities. Okay, when they don't reside on the first floor, you start talking about an idea you have, they will help you to come up with more ideas that's gonna make what you got going on better. Right? So that's why I say it's just good to, if you want to change your life, you got to change your atmosphere. If you want to change your life, change your atmosphere. Ask God to give you the strength to cut off people that mean you no good. Okay, some people been holding themselves back because they got folks. I mean, they got people on their coattail that they were supposed to release a long time ago. If you praying for God to give you something, you really think you're gonna get it if you got the wrong people in your life that's gonna help you to abort everything that God has given you, or demolish everything that God has given you as soon as you get it. No. So, they kind of holding you down because they on your coattail. Okay. And God ain't, you're not getting it. And then as soon as you get the strength to let people go, those very people you start to ascend. You could have been in the place, you could have been in that place that you've been praying for 4 years ago, but you scared to let the wrong people go in your life. When people's seasons are up in your life, let it go. Just let it go. And you know when the season is up because don't nothing work out. I don't believe in no long suffering. You can call me selfish all day. I don't believe in no long suffering. I ain't get ready to long suffer with no Negro. As hard as I work and I see the manifestations, I live it and I see it and I enjoy it of God. And you think I'm getting ready to do some long suffering with somebody? Hell no. He better come into my life he better come with some gifts. And when I say that, I'm talking about all the fruits of the spirit, and he better have some money. He gotta have it. He ain't better have it, but he gotta have it. I'm not doing no long suffering. It ain't no reward in that. And that's what people got to get away from. Well, if I stay down, you was doing good until this Negro or this chick came into your life. Now they draining all your resources. What kind of gifts come out of that? So they done made the world try to make women think that they're gold diggers because the men ain't never said that they ain't the head. You hear them say it all the time. I'm the head of the household. What you being the head, you supposed to take care of your woman and your kid. Well, you're a gold digger. I don't deal with them kind right there. I don't deal with them kind. Okay. Because you gonna have some money. You got to take care of yourself. If he can't do the very minimum and take care of himself, why what kind of what could how in the world am I gonna be happy? Folks think that is some type of reward in long suffering with a joker or with a chick that brings nothing to the table. Anybody, you could get somebody with a good mouthpiece, okay, with game that's got something going for themselves and some money. I don't like nothing better than a talk slicker with his own damn money. Okay? This got something going for himself. I look at him and say, dog, he sure is a slicker, but shoot, he banking though. He got his own money. He got a hustle. I like it. I like it. Cause I be slick liking them street dudes anyways when they done been in the street, but they get some money. You gonna be a slicker and you ain't got nothing. What does that do for me other than keep me drained, keep me unhappy, and keep me broke and broken? You do nothing for me. So when folks get to talking about all this long suffering, I don't identify with that. I'm not doing no long suffering. God said you're supposed to do it now. God said I came to give you life and give you life more abundantly. You got to bring some abundance. I work hard. You got to bring some abundance. Hey, Macy. And if you ain't got no abundance on you, that means you got a bad spirit on you. Okay. And you can't, either way, you can't bring that in my life. I can't have that type of stuff in my life. I feel like I messed my life off enough, like with guys that and I ain't been with that many. But I mean, they might have got money, but they had some type of bad spirit on them. They would have bad spirits on them. And I don't want nothing with no bad spirit. It's one thing if a person struggles with something and they kind of going through something, and but it's another thing if they got a bad spirit on them. I don't want nobody with no bad spirit. Right there, energy vampires. I'm telling you. So no, I'm not doing no long suffering for nobody, for no man, period. Just suffer it out with him, and then you'll get your reward in the end. Damn all that. I'm not doing no long suffering. I work hard for abundance. If he ain't got it, he ain't the one. Because this one thing, you got a man that get out and work every day. That's different. He works hard, okay, and he takes care of himself. Okay, I might could do something with that. He don't mind working. I got a winner's mind, so we come together. We can help each other. But it's another thing when somebody looking to jump on your back. They ain't got nothing. They don't have anything to bring, and they can't even take care of themselves. That's long. I'm not. That's. I mean, what do you get out of that other than stress, being broke down and broken? Yeah. Can I say something, ladies? I don't mean no. Listen, and I know I got my praying line, and Lord, I thank you for that praying line, and I appreciate everybody that get on here. But I got to be real. You can get dick from a man that's got some money, and it's a lot better. Okay, it's a whole lot better. Okay, because that energy, when his energy is right, because when he broken, and if he ain't even got no business screwing broke, he ought to be out trying to work. You want to lay up and you broke. You got your priorities mixed up. You need to be out working. It's non-negotiable. I'm telling you. And there's some good men out there too. They work hard, and they look for good women, because a good woman can, especially if she's smart, she could help him. I'm talking. I ain't talking about financially. I'm talking about she can help him as far as what he got going on. She can always give him pointers to help to make him better, especially if she got a business mind. And he's a hard worker. That's a winner. He willing to do the work, and he listen because he like the work. Okay, some of these men think they too pretty to work. Their nails longer than mine, and I got on some fake ones, some press-ons. Why don't you just say, "I'm break my nail"? What can you do with something? What could you do with that? What can you do with that? That's the reason why some of these women got yeast infections now, because they got these men with these long fingernails, and they letting them they stick their fingers and stuff all up in them, and it's got dirt and gook up under it. Hold on, y'all. Let me eat some. Let me go get some of my candy yams. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm gonna pay for eating these candy yams and this chicken this late, but these yams and this chicken so good. Y'all know how I am now. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. A mentally ill person in the bushes right now mad. Why she can't talk about what I want her to talk about? I bet somebody mentally ill in the bushes right now stalking me. Mad that I ain't talking about whatever they say talk about. Hmm. Yeah, I know when people have them lunatic spirits on them, what happened. Because, like I said, I don't watch people that I don't like. You can't get me to do it. No, I'm eating some cream of baked chicken. I didn't make it spicy enough. I normally put that hot blend of Slap Your Mama on it. I ain't put enough on it because I like for it to have a real strong kick. It ain't as spicy as I want it to be. This chicken ain't. Yeah, so what I do is I love onions and celery. Oh, I forgot to put some green onions on top of it. I got enough for lunch tomorrow. I'll chop up some green onions and put on there. But I cut up onions and celery and the different color bell peppers and lay it in the bed of the I soak my in the bed of the pan. I soak my chicken in vinegar. After I wash my chicken and let it soak in vinegar, oh excuse me. I season it with garlic powder, onion powder. Tonight I used some Dano seasoning just because I got so much seasoning. It was just sitting in there. I used it. I use the Sazon seasoning and I use the hot blend of Slap Your Mama and I like to put this French seasoning on it. It's pretty good. And I did the garlic um cream of mushroom and the garlic cream of celery and mixed it together and then I put um some Lipton onion soup mix on it. Not the whole pack because you know that's kind of salty. Just for some more flavor. And I promise you it's so good. These candy yams so good. It don't make no sense. Oh my God. And my yams don't be all real sweet either. Because yams have a sweet taste already. I get that organic, it's supposedly organic brown sugar, supposedly just dried from the cane from Aldi's. And it's not that sweet. That sugar. And I put cinnamon and nutmeg. I forgot to put vanilla in there because I go get the organic vanilla from out of Ross's, but it's still good. And butter, but it's still really good. I forgot the to put the vanilla in my yams, but I put the cinnamon, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the sugar. And it's really good. I didn't even eat lunch today at work. I was like, because we had a meeting today. We was in and out of meetings, and we were supposed to do um, a mediation. I was so glad when it was canceled. I ain't mean no harm. I was like, "Oh, Lord, I don't feel like sitting up in no mediation for no hours." So then when I got home, because the attorney was like, "Well, we'll do it tomorrow." I wasn't up for it tomorrow, but I was so happy. I got a email from the attorney. It was like, "We don't have to have no meeting tomorrow. We're gonna meet Friday." The guy took the deal. I was like, "Lord, I don't mean no harm, Lord, but thank you." Mm-hmm. It was so good. I had not eaten anything. Normally, I stop and give me something like to snack on, or give me a kids meal from if I get too hungry from Chick-fil-A. I didn't even do that. I was like, I want my own cooking today. I don't want nothing out. I want my own cooking. Hmm. I don't know who called me this late. It couldn't be no family because they would call my other phone. Hold on, now I'm curious. I'm glad I got up and look, y'all. It's Cypress. Let me call him back. I left the phone way over across the room. Let's see what Cypress talking about.
What's going on?
What's up?
What you got going?
None, just eating. Do you like candy yams?
I really it's good.
You like chicken?
Yeah, not spicy chicken. Yeah, no.
Because I know you a finicky eater. You a finicky eater.
Yeah, I'm big chicken going.
Y'all, Cypress don't eat no seafood. Period. No fish or nothing.
No, I eat some chicken and lamb. So,
I don't eat lamb. You know why?
well,
I saw how this guy was chopping off a lamb neck one day, and the lamb was hollering. I ain't wanting no. I don't eat no lamb.
well, long as the lamb went in the skillet, and if they had one in the skillet, I'm saying, then it would get ate. Yeah.
So what's going on? What's the word? Why the barber stealing from your boy?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out myself.
I have to give Mr. N credit for that one because he said it a month ago.
I said there's a lot of deep shit going on that people ain't talking about.
You say you think what now?
There's a lot of deep shit that's going on that people ain't talking about.
It's a lot of deep stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. I heard you talking about quit.
Oh. So Mr. N said to me yesterday that quit that supposedly allegedly the girl told the FBI she done got down there. She telling God on Jesus for real. She done told the FBI that Quentin was plotting to hit against Onan. I hollered. I said, who? He said, Onan. I hollered.
Yeah, he would know. That's his old phrase.
Well, I think he would know anyway because he kind of probably in the know with them guys.
Yeah, I was going to say something about
Why you always messing with Mr. N? Mr. N cool people.
I mean, he may be.
I think you don't like Mr. N because Mr. N be talking about Gotti.
No, because some of the shit he said about Gotti, he ain't lying about Mr. N is full of shit.
I was gonna say you can't say he lied about him.
No, I didn't say he was lying. I saw him say he's not lying about.
Well, what you mad for?
Well, Mr. N, that nigga know he ain't no good.
What he do? Mr. N cool people.
For everything sound good.
He coming back on the show.
Why?
People like it when. Listen, do y'all like it when Mr. N on the show?
Of course they gonna say it.
If they didn't, they'll say no.
Okay. No, I think he have a lot of interesting stuff to say. It's just that most Mexican niggas, them niggas ain't right.
Well, not Cypress. You're a Memphis dude. Are you saying you're not right?
At times I'm not. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Memphis though.
Inspired said, "Your God is better say his prayer." I'm just trying to understand why his barber would steal from him like that. Like, I'm getting ready. I'm good. Allegedly, it's the barber. Okay, allegedly, but I think it's pretty much out there now, ain't it? I think it's pretty much out there.
Yeah. According to people that in the loop, yeah. I mean, we just gotta find out how deep down the rabbit hole this goes.
You said what now?
Why they want to go out talking to the FBI for she was done a lot already getting the damn man locked up.
You said why? I think that lady it really is in fear. I think she's scared to quit.
She been begging to quit all this long, and like she said, I don't believe it. I don't think she's totally telling the full truth.
So you don't think? I mean, out of all the people, why would she bring up Onan? If she wanted to, she could have said anybody. If she was lying, she could have really made it juicy. But she go get nobody like Onan.
Damn, so we just call him a nobody instead of just a YouTuber.
Well, a YouTuber like Onan. I mean, he would have said the same thing about me. Listen, I don't know. I cannot like get past. Well, I've gotten past it, like, but a lot of the things that man said about my dad when my dad died, the way they was reaching out to me, trolling me, and it was him and his crew talking about go dig your dead ass dad up. That's why your dad is dead, bitch. You know, this was like the days after my dad had died. No, I don't care nothing about that dude. He was sitting up talking about, I told you that something was gonna happen to either her or her children. You know, like he had been like that dude is sick, and everything that he called, because he didn't have the authority to do anything to my dad. I feel sorry for anybody that ever thinks that they're using witchcraft on me, because it always reverses back. First of all, when people talk about God in one mouth and then they be using witchcraft, you know, the Bible speaks about you shouldn't even speak blessings and curses out of the same mouth. But just a lot of the things that he did, like, I don't care. I don't like that guy. And the only thing I hate about what happened as it relates to him is that he shot those. I hate it for those people that he shot, but as far as jail, I don't think with the type of person that he is, I don't think he could escape it. That I think that was going to be his ultimate destiny, anyways.
Yeah. Prayers up to them people that got shot. You know, I'm not the type of dude who's gonna go to jail or nobody. That ain't what I do, but you know, prayers up to the people that got shot. You know, prayers up to, I hope he make it through this and then run the next one out of all.
Well, he got 30 years to think about it.
Oh yeah, he got a long time. Shout out to you, my man.
Says in order for anyone to know where the 20K was stashed, they had to be familiar with the stash spot. Tell Miss Mills her boyfriend took it. Well, I mean, since they saying that Chris Styles grew up with Gotti and stuff, and I'm sure I don't think she'll do nothing like that. I don't think she would mess with a young man that she has been like a mother figure to.
And I don't think people be drunk driving either.
Well, I would say I hope she wouldn't do that. I just, but I don't know what got him comfortable enough to steal the money.
You know where got him comfortable enough to steal him money. Shout out to him though if he got away with 20K cash.
Well, he was wrong though, because I read whatever was going on. Like, if she trusted him, why would he steal out of that lady house? That's dirty. Like, you stealing from. That's like it would have been the same way if it was like a good friend. And
Yeah,
why?
that ain't never cool shit from nobody.
And why he take that much? That means that had to have been on his mind for a long time.
Maybe that was part of the plan. Like, people come up with all kinds of shit. I just hope he invest 10,000 into some investigation.
Let's see what they saying. And Kate Dishon and already done started. They already started. He said that that's her boyfriend. Let me ask y'all something in the chat. All the people in the chat, why y'all think he stole that money from her house? Why he feel comfortable enough to do that? Little Miss Muffin said God it probably owe him that money.
You might be on the spot. But for him to steal 20K, he ain't been getting paid for a long time.
But that's what it is. Divine Black Rose says, no look around. That's why he felt that comfortable. Oh, no Juke around. That's why he felt that comfortable. Yeah, if Juke was around, he probably wouldn't even been around like that. Sam, that pain hurts. I lost my 1326. Then the next month, my mom was on life support. That's nothing to play. I'm telling you.
If Chris Styles get the fan close, don't worry, y'all. Hit on. And we just don't have to get breaking news in WREG3. And then find Chris Styles over floating on, and we know.
Well, I hope they wouldn't be dumb enough to. Well, you never you never know what these people capable of.
Yeah, yeah. Memphis police don't like to solve no crime. According to my brother Steve, he said MTV ain't no good.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I'm passing the blame on Steven tonight.
Well, he got a right to his own opinion.
Do you think MTV any good?
No. I think there are a few good ones, but for the most part, no.
And then these people be having this praising Caroline Mason so much. No discredit Caroline Mason, y'all, but that woman don't solve no goddamn crime that don't go on around. Because all the people that gonna talk about her, but that's what she from.
Well, I don't think she's gonna solve nothing anyway.
No, I just hear a lot of people brag on how she be solving crime. That woman,
She don't be solving nothing.
outside of home neighborhood, nobody talking to that lady.
She don't be solving nothing. Caroline had a whole team of folks around her that was helping her with them cases. She wasn't doing nothing. She wasn't doing nothing.
She keeps showing them. She keeps showing them my people that know on Facebook. What that mean, Tim?
She might be. She probably watching your page.
Take your ass on.
Oh Lord have mercy. Why you want to watch your page?
They go loud lipstick wearing their long Caroline, leave me alone. I don't want nothing going up.
Well, Cypress, she must be watching you for a reason. You sitting up talking about you CMG and all that. That's why you getting watched.
Well, she didn't get watched too because you hang out with them. And that's why she don't know them.
Caroline hangs out with CMG.
That's the case with them that we all need to be here watch.
I'd
And
say.
if I had to guess, I would bank on a woman that was loud lipstick like this. I got hands and never be.
Lord have mercy.
So that what they mean when they show up people you should know Facebook them and they watching your page.
Yeah. You're not scared, are you?
Hell no, but I don't want Caroline watching me. They ain't got to see Caroline.
Don't be getting scared. You know, if you claim to be CMG, you're gonna be getting watched.
Well, Caroline, I mean, we both need to be getting watched.
Lord have mercy. And do you think God and them gonna leave Chris alone?
And you don't keep Christian prayer job.
I need to leave Chris in the prayer and jar.
So do he gonna need
Lord have mercy. I wonder why Chris do that. I wonder he got a purge. He probably ain't gonna say, he ain't gonna post and say nothing about it.
he need to this shit down and see.
You say he need to take it down.
He probably has.
He probably ain't gonna say nothing.
Now we see a missing person reporter. Breaking news, news. I didn't talk for that here.
Maybe he'll give it back. He might give it back.
Give it up for what?
Because he stole it, allegedly.
Oh, man, look. If you hit them niggas for 20, them niggas hit. Now, I ain't even trying to get it back from that city.
You said they hit, huh?
Shit, I don't even want the 20. I don't even want the 20, but they really could stop at the 20. But I would have, I don't know. Unless he was stashing the 20 for something. And I can understand them being really mad about it. This is on a soul relationship, though. You hear? Or whatever that might be, I don't know. But if there was something going on, then he got to come out now because people going to get questions. Why he was there? Why he know the 20 was there? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now y'all, or whatever y'all had going on, y'all got to bust that up now. So we got to come to the light. Boy, niggas will mess up a whole good thing they got going on.
Well, like you said, it must have just been his plan.
Yeah, they just got to bust whatever they got going on up there. That's how they got to come out there. So if he got that money, he don't really cut. He out this shit. I think of this some sucker shit with me truth to that. But you know.
Well, hopefully it'll smooth over.
You think so?
Yeah. Yep, hopefully it'll smooth over. What's up, Justice for Dolph? Justice for Dolph in the house.
Oh, Lord.
Look, Justice for Dolph said it wasn't his plan. The barber's money ran out. So, in other words, they're saying God didn't need to pay that man.
What's the word, Justice for Dolph?
Justice for Dolph, what's the word out here in these streets? In these YouTube streets?
Justice for Dolph got to hit the panel one day.
He probably will.
What you working on, Jessica? About? Y'all feel that?
You said what now?
Y'all feel that?
What did you say?
I feel like it's another Jessica Dog vacation coming. Where you this vacation, Jessica Dog? If you gonna do the interview with old boy,
He said something about 70K. What was 70K justice for dog? Oh, he says they said scroll back. He said, Tamara, there is one more guy who Miss Jerry was smashing, who also took money from the safe. Oh Lord. Lord Jesus.
what is it? Never mind, I ain't gonna say that. Shut up to him. I ain't gonna call you. I'm not saying something. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Where is the truth at? How come the truth ain't been in my chat?
He might be in the bush.
Yeah, but he normally come in the chat.
He probably gonna pop out and tell you, it might be gone. I don't know. It might be outside, you know.
It ain't like the truth to not come into the chat.
Hey, Jessica, now who was the other dude? Jessica, now they got 70K you talking about that. I sure would like to know. I wonder how my boy doing. I know he had left for that big white girl.
Who?
I forgot his name. When the dog actually, he got me hell on. He left and got him a big white girl.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I forgot his name. So about 5 and I'll be able to see.
Oh, you know, when I eat this food, it got me sleepy. I was already tired. Y'all, make sure y'all get on my prayer night in the morning. Y'all, I'm gonna come on tomorrow. Y'all, I'm sleepy. I can't keep my eyes open. I need to do jumping jacks before I go to sleep. So, anyways.
You wrong. Again, go to sleep. No, hell no. Don't know to do it. You go to sleep.
Okay. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna be back on tomorrow. I'm not gonna eat this late tomorrow, but I want you all to please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. I love you all. Talk to you later. Talk to you later, Cypress.
Good night.
Good night.